Hello, everybody. Welcome to class. My name is Teacher Shaniqua, and I am going to show you how to take the frustration out of solving long division. If you're in this class today, it's because you have already started practicing division and long division, as well as multiplication. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that I used when I was learning long division, and I've used them all these years. They have been very helpful for me, and I hope that they will be very helpful for you too. So we're going to go to the board. When we divide, I always start with this silly sentence. The sentence is dangerous monkeys swing backwards. Now, some people learn daddy, mommy, sister, brother, or does McDonald's sell burgers? You can make any silly sentence you want to help you remember the 4 steps, which are D, divide, M, multiply, S, subtract, and B, bring down. Now, if you need me to write those steps down for you, I will type them over here. D, divide, M, multiply. Let's stretch this out a little bit further. There we go. S, subtract, and B is bring down. Okay? Well, bring down is together, so we'll say that's just one step. This is the order of operations for long division. So we're going to start with a problem like 52 divided by 4. Now, before we solve the problem, remember that each of these sets of numbers has their own name. So the 52 is called, do you remember? Yes, very good. The 52 is the dividend. This is the number we're going to break down. This is the number that we're dividing. What's the name for the 4? What do we call that? Yep, you're right. Good job. This is the divisor. This is the number of groups that we want to make out of the 52. And there's even a name for our answer. What do we call our answer? You got it. Our answer is the quotient. So basically what this means is we had, what's your favorite food? Apples? Wow, you have such a healthy favorite food. That's awesome. Let's say we had 52 apples, and there's you, there's me, and then there are our 2 friends. Okay. So there are how many of us all together? 4. Very good. Now let's say we had 52 apples. We want to make sure that everyone gets the same number of apples. It would not be fair if I got more than you, or if one of your friends had more than you, or if you had more than one of them, right? So what we're going to do first is go through the 4 steps. D, divide. Every time we divide, we're going to ask a question. Our first question for our first D is, how many times does 4 go into 5? So you can start actually thinking about your multiplication, and you can start writing out your multiplication for 4. Yep, you got it already. Very good. Yes, you're exactly right. 4 only goes into 5 one time, but where do we put our answer? Very good. And I'm glad that you noticed that there's an arrow going up in D, because when we divide, our answer goes at the top. Absolutely right. Yes. Once you do D divide, you can check that off. We move on to M multiply. The really cool thing is the same number or problem that helped us with our D divide. Whatever the answer to that multiplication fact was, that's going to be your M. This is your M. You're going to do 4 times 1 equals 4. Where does our 4 go? Top or bottom? Very good. It goes at the bottom. When we multiply, our answer goes at the bottom. Good job. So we have our 4 down here. We line it up. What's our next step? We did divide. We did multiply. Yeah, subtract. Good job. What are we subtracting? Very nice. Yes. So we're going to put our 1, and what are we going to do? What are we bringing down? Very nice. We bring down the 2. Good job. So you just completed DMSB one whole time. We're going to do it one more time. But the really important thing to remember is whatever's left at the bottom, that's what you're going to divide the second time. So what are we dividing for our next D? Good job. How many times does 4 go into 12? Yep, you can write out your facts just like you're doing. Very nice. How many times does 4 go into 12? You got it. Where do we put our 3? Yes, at the top. Way to go. 4 times 3 is 12. Yep. So when you subtract that, are you going to have any remainder? No remainder. So our answer or our quotient is 13. Very good. Now, how do you find your answer? Absolutely right. To find your answer, you can take your quotient and multiply it by your divisor. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4, plus the 1 is 5. And if you get your dividend, that means you are right. Way to go. High five. See you in the next class.